All right, shareholders of Royal Bafokeng Platinum are smiling, and they may be in for another bumper final dividend later this year. This after the miner declared a 1.5 billion rand interim payout, and it's all got to do with the elevated commodity prices at the moment. The mine CEO, Steve Phiri, joins me now to unpack the results. Steve, thanks very much indeed for talking to us. So, a lot of cash coming in this time here. It's interesting that it's going the way of shareholders. Why are you choosing not to do anything else with this capital?
Well, shareholders, thanks for inviting me. Shareholders have been quite patient and quite tolerant of our difficulties in the past, and we cannot keep them waiting forever. And when the market really is forgiving, like it is forgiving, and you are sitting with free cash flow, and your balance sheet is as strong as ours is, and with little gearing or no gearing, and you have got good facilities, you better return cash to the shareholders. So it's a reward to the shareholders for standing with the company over such a long period of time when we were spending capital in building a mine at 13.6 billion rand per mine. So yes, I think it's time for shareholders to be rewarded.
Steve, you look at the platinum group metals at the moment, and demand is high from the automotive sector globally, I would imagine, where much of that demand is coming from. How long is this going to last, do you think?
Well, those are the vicissitudes of the markets. Markets go up, especially in the commodities business. It's cyclical business, and when the market is strong, make use of that market and reward people who invested money in the business. But how long? We know that there is a competition that is coming and growing gradually or even fast in the form of electric battery electric cars. It's going to take a little bit of time for them to challenge internal combustion engines to the extent that they wipe off the market share. And therefore, our estimation is between 7 and 10 years. This is a window when the market should be as strong as it is now. Prices will go a little bit up, a little bit down, but the demand will remain strong for 7 to 10 years from now. As battery electric cars take charge and increase in numbers and the volumes increase, and they take the market share from internal combustion engine cars. But even then, we estimate that by 2040, we'll still be having around 40 to 50% of the cars on the road being internal combustion engine cars, but more especially the heavy-duty vehicles like trucks and buses. So this industry will remain, I'm talking about the auto-catalytic converters, will remain, but with the competition from battery electric cars. So yeah, the competition, but we should be sustainable.
I want to talk about, what the finance minister really spoke about last week, really pinning that good tax revenue showing on companies like yours. You're adding significantly to the coffers, aren't you? I'm just wondering if you feel that government's doing all it can in return, if you like, to improve the investment and regulatory climate that mining firms like yours have been asking for such a long time. What's your take?
Well, certainly it is trying now. In the past, I've been very vocal against government not helping the industry. Actually, there was a time when government was even acting against the industry during the era of the previous minister. But I must give credit to Mr. Gwede. He has really tried. He might not be succeeding as much as other people want him to succeed, but he has helped to stabilize the industry. He has helped to give a modicum of optimism in the industry itself. There is still some work to do, but at least we need to credit him and say thank you. At times when people were wondering why mining operations should open during COVID last year, he stood up against all odds and said, I want mining to operate. It's good for the economy. It's good for jobs. I would rather have people working and treating COVID whilst people working than people going out there, mixing with communities and come back sick again, and the economy is dead. So everyone is sick, economy as well as the people. And I think he's been rewarded now with what we're having. The mining industry is contributing very significantly to the GDP of the country, and people are still having their jobs.
All right, we're going to have to leave it there because of time, unfortunately. But thanks indeed. Royal Bafokeng Platinum CEO Steve Phiri, thanks indeed for talking to us.